Hello again, and thanks for tuning in to Sweetie Doodles. I'm your artist Nyx, and today we'll be drawing the final piece in my Dungeons & Dragons chibi character mini-series. Say that 5 times fast. I hope you've enjoyed these as much as I did making them. It was a lot of fun going back and revisiting some of my much older characters and seeing how they're doing nowadays. With that being said, let's jump right into today's video. Nahara is the current player character I'm adventuring with in my friend group's campaign. Interestingly, they're not an original character. Nahara was actually an NPC that the Dungeon Master let me inherit in order to join the group. Their name and design are both borrowed from the Arcana video game, but their character has significantly changed and grown since I picked them up as a player character. Their looks and background as a soldier can be a bit deceiving, but Nahara is actually a really sweet and silly goofball of a person. They're super hard-headed and would literally jump off an airship without thinking, with every intention to save a friend. A little more about Nahara. They hail from the city of Reverie, where they used to be a soldier. They were picked up by the airship's captain to assist in the collection of exotic flora and fauna across the land. Nahara's wiser and more reserved cousin Sanjin also works on the ship. And as you may have noticed, Nahara's pronouns are they/them, but also interchangeably she/her is accepted by common folk who aren't as familiar with Reverian customs. This is mainly because Reverie has adopted a gender system based on introversion and extroversion rather than binary sex. Nahara is an extrovert while Sanjin is an introvert. Hijinks between the two often ensue, with Sanjin usually outwitting Nahara's antics. Anyways, Nahara's strength is their specialty, which is quite fortunate because the sword-wielding tank is my comfort zone as a player. You may also notice my pattern of playing the low intelligence characters, mainly because it's a great way to ask questions about the world build without breaking character. Plus, the comedic relief is always a thing for me. For example, the crew was recently questing for fire beetles deep in the dwarven caves. Since Nahara, and by default I, don't know much about fire beetles, they were quite concerned with everyone wearing oven mitts in order not to scorch themselves. FYI, fire beetles aren't, nor were they ever on fire. Another example of Nahara taking things literally is when the crew encountered cave fissures in the cavernous waters of the same cave. Without thinking too much, they tied themselves off, drew their sword, and threw themselves into the water to go fishing for them. So yeah, Nahara used their own body as bait to go fishing for cave fishers. Nahara is a beautiful idiot. We're actually in the process of resuming the campaign remotely using Roll20. I'm super excited to play Nahara again, but also nervous because it takes effort learning a new playing system. Has anyone else used Roll20? If so, what are your experiences using it? If anything, I'm sure it'll be an interesting experience. Moving on to the art for this piece, I also had a lot of fun with this one. Nahara seems to be singing off-key, maybe to a sea shanty, much to Sanjin's embarrassment. But I think at the end of the day, Sanjin would probably end up at least tapping their foot to the music. I decided to draw Nahara on the deck of the airship at night under a full moon, mainly because this is where they'd probably be doing patrol while I'm not actively playing. I think it's fun to imagine what your character does during casual moments of downtime. I love that aspect of Dungeons & Dragons. The imagination, the world building, and the character development. Although I do my best not to insert myself into my PCs, I do grow quite attached to them. I think of them as becoming a part of me, a friend I can carry on with me in real life. Juniper's loyalty, Rosie's wit, and Nahara's persistence. It's interesting to think I might have taken up certain aspects of their personalities throughout our adventures together over the years. Anyways, I'd love to hear what relationships other RPers have with their player characters. Were they born out of a concept of yourself? Or did you find yourself admiring their personalities and trying to become more like them? Or maybe is it the opposite and your characters are an example of who you'd not like to become? Either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas down in the comments below. So that's pretty much it for my video and my Dungeons & Dragons chibi character mini-series. I hope you enjoyed them. And in fact, I might revisit this mini-series and do other player characters in my group. And a huge thank you for anyone who actually survived watching all 3 of these videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell button to tune into more of my art and storytime videos. I think for the next one, I might do a She-Ra fan art, mainly because the new season just dropped yesterday and I'm super hyped about it. Well, I hope y'all have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.